Alright, everybody. So, this is going to be one of the funnier topics we're covering today, and I'm so glad that we're talking about it. When I saw this in my Reddit feed, all I could do was smile. I clicked and I watched the video, and sure enough, I wasn't disappointed. You see, ever since Charlie Kirk died of that very tragic fentanyl overdose, Alex Jones and many other insane conservative commentators have, they've basically been in mourning. And by in mourning, I mean secretly celebrating as maybe their largest and most significant competition has been taken off the board and all of his fans scattered to the four winds looking for new conservative pundits to validate all of their fears and beliefs. Alex Jones has really been milking up the virtue signaling on how totally sad about Charlie Kirk's death he is, and in doing so, he decided to go after a very popular liberal live streamer named Destiny. Now, Destiny is, he's got a colorful history to say the least, alright? Although I do think that the nickname of Teflon Don would honestly be better suited to Destiny, because this man has been through thick and thin when it comes to internet dramas. And I gotta say, I've got, we'll call it mixed opinions on him because of that. But nothing seems to be able to slow him down. He is still one of the largest left-wing pundits out there. And Alex Jones, despite being one of the most unhinged right-wing pundits out there, literally a notorious liar and conspiracy theorist, he had to go to court and pay the families of a bunch of dead children a whole lot of money. You know why? Because he decided to claim that the murder of these children, a mass shooting at their school, was a false flag put on by the Democrats in order to push gun control. He claimed this he claimed this as if it was undisputable fact that he knew to be true. And of course, he knew it was not true. He knew it to be a lie. And that's why he lost in court when he got sued for defamation. Now, he did end up having to file for bankruptcy across the board, but with figures like Alex Jones, they can just start from square zero, basically, square -1, and get back up to where they were relatively fast. They've got a extremely loyal supporter base, right? So Alex Jones and Destiny, now at each other's throats. What could possibly happen next? Now, if you're interested, leave a like and a comment down below on this video. It really does help to boost it in the algorithm. I appreciate it immensely. I really, really do. But without any further ado, let's get into it. Alex Jones, when responding to Destiny's take on Charlie Kirk's tragic fentanyl overdose, apparently decided to performatively crash out so hard, he challenged Destiny to a, bare-knuckle boxing match. Not gonna lie, I would pay literally everything. Like, every penny, down to the penny. I would pay everything I have to see that happen. Not out of any level of hate for either party involved, but just because that would be unmitigated levels of hilarity. And we all know it. Let's go ahead and see this clip. Give it to us, Alex Jones.
Phoenix, where he's going to be having his, Charlie Kirk's going to be having his funeral Sunday. Hell, I didn't get to this, but Destiny, that scumbag piece of filth, celebrating Charlie's death and saying more Republicans need to die to intimidate us. That's terrorism. That's calling for terrorism. Elon Musk is calling for his arrest. You got free speech, but you don't have saying we go out and target and kill people to silence them. That's racketeering. That's terrorism. That's terroristic threats.
Yeah, so Destiny is going back maybe 10 years now, has definitely Fed posted. If you don't know what Fed posting means, it's basically an internet phrase for when someone says that. Basically, the term actually originates from, in any kind of internet forum full of radical individuals who are very careful, typically, not to say anything that would allow them to end up with a knock at their door, you know? They don't want to give probable cause to, a federal agent that could be looking at what they're saying online. We're talking, super radical communities on, 4chan, 8chan, etc. If an individual were to join that very careful but still very radical community and just start saying the quiet part out loud over and over, it's called Fed posting. Because not only will the individuals who are better at keeping the mask on disavow and distance themselves from the person who's not good at covering up their intentions, but they will also then disown them and accuse them of being a federal agent that is trying to goad out a sort of threatening response from these people and thus get them to give probable cause to the federal government. And so when you start posting things like that, it's called Fed posting because, and it's from the origin of the term, the implication was that if you talked like that, you were a federal agent, or at least you've been disowned and are now being called a federal agent who's trying to get people to say shit that'll get them in trouble. And, that term has just kind of lost its meaning, its original meaning in a lot of ways, and it now just basically means when you call for violence. But yeah, that Destiny's done a lot of Fed posting in the past, over the last 10 years or so. Rules online have varied at different points, and not often are the rules of today enforced on actions of many, many years ago. Sometimes, but not always. And so, at times where rules have been a lot less strict, and you're allowed to get away with being a little edgier, a little more over the top, a little more boisterous and hyperbolic, lefty content creators and right-wing creators say the darndest things, when the times are different. And some of those things are a bit Fed posty. And that is especially true of Destiny and super true of Hassan as well. And so they do have clips of both these figures saying shit that it isn't going to be a hard sell for the Republicans to justify going after these figures with legal action. If Destiny ends up going to prison because of the Trump administration, that would genuinely be insane. I don't know what happens after that point. That would, you guys, on one hand, I know many of you guys don't like Destiny, so you'd be like, yeah. But that would also mean that, just getting arrested for being a left-wing figure who criticizes Trump is totally on the table. On the internet. An internet left-wing figure. That is scary. Just for being left-wing, you could go to jail. That is not a precedent I want to see set anytime soon, though I worry it's kind of inevitable at this point.
And I'm telling you, I just got a gut feeling that guy's not going to be too happy very soon. People are sick of this crap. And he talks about how he stalked people and planned to kill them and their families and all this other stuff, try to act all scary and tough. Those little wild, beady eyes reminds me of the serial.
I'm not gonna lie, no one roasts better than Alex Jones. He really does cook when he roasts. When he roasts, he cooks. He's about to eat some leftist ass, bro. He really is.
And he talks about how he stalked people and planned to kill them and their families and all this other stuff, try to act all scary and tough. Those little wild, beady eyes reminds me of the serial killer.
Destiny tried to kill or plotted to kill people since when? Okay. I'm gonna give you some lore, okay? I'm gonna give you some OG, DGG, or lore, alright? Remember, I used to be a Destiny fan. I was largely inspired to do what I do today by Destiny. Many people were like, oh, you must have been inspired by Vosh, right, Xander Hall? It's like, no, Vosh was inspired by the same guy who inspired me. I think I started before Vosh did. Destiny was my main inspiration in a lot of ways, though I've definitely deviated from a lot about him in my life and my content. But earlier on, he was one of my biggest inspirations, right? And so, I can give you some of the deep lore, alright? Way back in the day, and I mean way back in the day, Destiny didn't do politics. He was a purely gaming streamer. He was like one of those professional esports gaming streamer guys, but specifically for the game StarCraft. He was big in that scene, the biggest streamer on what was at the time not called Twitch, but it is today called Twitch. He was the biggest streamer on there. You could call him the PewDiePie of Twitch at the time. And he was so big because he was pretty good at StarCraft, he was a pro player, and he was really good at streaming. And he was one of the first streamers. And back then, I don't know, when I say this back then, I mean the late 2000s, early 2010s. I don't know how many of you guys were online back then, but streaming as a career was way harder. For starters, you couldn't just download a free app called OBS and immediately start streaming high-quality video. No. You had to, invest a substantial amount of money in several, a couple $1,000s worth of physical equipment that was necessary to record or stream any kind of high-quality video. And you also needed to have good internet, which was a lot harder to come across back then. And there were a variety of things that just made streaming harder. You needed to really know what you were doing just to stream at all. And Destiny was actually producing a high quality, like 720p stream, right? However, big gaming guy at the time, ISPs were static. Like your IP that you were provided by an ISP, your internet service provider, was a static IP, which meant that once someone got your IP, they could just pay a website to bomb your internet service with packets, that is to say, like little data bits, and they would just flood your connection with junk data. They didn't even have to know how to do it themselves. They could just pay a service to do it. They'd flood your connection with junk data and knock off your internet. Like, sometimes it would be for an hour at a time. Sometimes it's like for 5 minutes, like intermittently for a day, And it basically means you can't stream or really do anything if someone DDoSes you. It's called DDoSing. And it was easy to get someone's IP. You could do it through Skype at the time, which is how Destiny's IP got out. And mind you, ISPs had static IPs, not the modern day, like, what's the, I forget exactly what they're called. Is it dynamic IP, where they just change constantly? So, like, you're not very likely to get DDoSed nowadays. Like, DDoS protection is built into ISPs. And so what ended up happening was Destiny ended up getting DDoSed, like, frequently, like, constantly, to the point where he couldn't make the amount of money he needed to live anymore. All because, as he would find out once he started employing some pro hackers in his community, was this, like, 19-year-old college kid who was paying for a service to knock out his internet. I think it was like 17, 18, 19, something like that. Like older, but still like teen age, right? And this little shithead was knocking out his internet, and like you can go online and find some like really old uploads of him like debating this kid. Like, look up Destiny debates DDoS kid. 5 seconds of listening to this kid's voice, and you'll fully be on Destiny's side on this. I promise you. I promise you, bro. Like, this DDoS kid was a little shithead. And Destiny admittedly did everything he possibly could, down to calling every member of this kid's family and the school he went to, telling him the activity he was engaging in, spending money to destroy the like, livelihood of this online figure by attacking his internet service. He went to the FCC, he went to the FBI, he did literally everything, was it FEC or FCC? I forget. Like, he did literally everything you legally could possibly do, besides quit his streaming career and go get a job, like, sweeping the floors at a casino again, right? And so, Destiny, Fed posted, as we call it, a little bit in private logs with a friend. Who would ever do this, by the way? Like, what kind of fucking monster would ever get angry and emotional when their livelihood is threatened and, like, emotionally Fed post about someone in a private chat with a friend? Like, who the fuck would ever... What kind of monster, what kind of inhuman piece of shit would ever do such a thing? Certainly not me, guys, am I right? Like, certainly not me. Now, anyway, Destiny, very much, like, kind of cornered in terms of options, kind of crashed out, and low-key might have admitted multiple times publicly in the past that he did not outright mark off the option of going to the kid's house with his Glock and, John Wicking the problem away, we'll say. Unaliving the DDoS kid. He never did that. He didn't have to. Instead, apparently, he ended up developing the DDoS protection method that the internet would, well, like every streamer would end up adopting. Woody's Gamertag famously was one of the big, like, COD commentator guys and big Minecraft server hosters back in the day. If you ran a server, if you streamed, if you did anything that, like, produced content for an online audience, you probably reached out to Destiny, and he helped you set up your DDoS protection. Like, ironically, that whole, like, thing led to Destiny, like, saving a lot of internet careers at the time. Like all before, by the way, all before any political anything. This is all before political shit. Is this relevant? It is relevant, Krasnov, because that is the story that Alex Jones is referencing there. Destiny referencing that he considered engaging in violent options against that DDoS kid. And I needed you all to know the context, just so... I'm not saying what Destiny said or might have done was right or justifiable, but I do think that the lack of context included, just the only mentioning the most, like, uncharitable parts of the story is intentional. It's meant, and it's not just meant to reflect on Destiny, this is meant to reflect on the whole left. That's the narrative the right is trying to weave right now. What the fuck? Come on, Alex Jones.
And he talks about he stalked people and planned to kill them and their families and all this other stuff, try to act all scary and tough. Those little wild, beady eyes reminds me of the serial killer in Dirty Harry. They have a tour where they were stalking Kirk around the country and all this crap. I mean, it's just disgusting. And they've taken our kindness for weakness, and it's just not going to go on forever. Not calling.
They've taken our kindness for weakness. Oh, okay, come on, bro. You're like, who are you gaslighting right now? Like, they've taken our kindness for weakness. Y'all motherfuckers, your main narrative, your main pastime is making 500 alt accounts on Gmail. Like, 500 individual Gmail accounts. Naming them some, like, leet speak variation of a slur. And then joining every leftist stream you possibly can to spam slurs, okay? Like, this is not a problem that right-wing figures deal with from the left. There are no, like, left-wingers that are making, like, 500 alt accounts to spam trans rights and Nazi chats. There are a million Nazis out there making a million accounts to spam slurs in left-wing streamer chats. And I know this because they've done it to me since I had, like, 5 live stream viewers watching me, bro. Like these people are... Their entire ideology is based on cruelty. The absolute... Just the audacity for Alex Jones to say that is crazy.
All for the offensive violence against this guy. But I got a sneaking suspicion. He's already done a lot of stuff to be under investigation. I wonder what's on those hard drives. I got a real good feeling. Something tells me that'd be real informative.
I mean, to be fair, that is a drama that's been going on.
So obviously, to me, it looks like he's on methamphetamine. I'm not saying he is.
To me, it looks like he's on methamphetamine. Not saying he is, though. Don't sue me. Yeah, Alex Jones, when he's, like, now after the Sandy Hook shit, when he's talking about someone he knows has the money to sue him.
He's a cowardly piece of filth. I challenge him to bare knuckles boxing match. No limit. He can wear brass knuckles. I'll go.
Dog, no, that's not... That... Destiny's not, like, a big or imposing guy or anything, but, like, I've seen him in real life. If you give him some brass knuckles, you're not going to want to fight him, okay? Like, he's not the little, like, 5'5" gnome man that the internet memes about. Like, he's like 5'8" or 5'9", like 5'8.5" or something. Like, he's a, like, average height dude. Like, I'm pretty sure he can throw, like, a punch that would not feel good to, like, it wouldn't just tickle at least. You put brass knuckles on a person like that, come on, Alex Jones. Challenge him to a proper fight. I want to see a proper, legal boxing match where both parties sign a contract and they get in the ring and it's live streamed, like some creator clash type shit, okay? I want to see... Don't, like, virtue signal Alex Jones. Don't talk about how, like, ironically, it's Alex Jones playing internet tough guy right now. Like, yeah, give him a gun, give him a knife. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll fight him whatever he's got. Like, come on, bro. No, yeah, boxing match, bare knuckle boxing match, I think Alex Jones wins. But this whole, like, oh yeah, give him a weapon, he's being unserious now. I was hoping he was being serious, that this is a real challenge that we were gonna have to see if Destiny would accept. Google says Destiny is 5'8", which is average for a man's height. Yeah, I mean, he's like an average height guy. The internet just kind of memes that he's short for... It's just an ongoing meme. But yeah, like, I wonder if Alex Jones has just seen the memes.
Oh,
Didn't Destiny just get exposed? Yes, I believe so.
bare-fisted.
You can watch my content about it if you want.
Did that a few days ago. I hadn't heard anything from the big, tough man. Brass knuckles, punk. See how you do. Let's get in the ring right now.
Really? Come on, bro. You're being unserious. Challenge him to an actual boxing match. Real legal paperwork. Make it legal. Gloves in the ring, you know? Like, come on, dude. Like, this is meant to be, like, performative. I was hoping he'd challenge him to something real, you know? Like, an actual challenge. Because this isn't a real challenge. Like, he's not being serious here, because you can't legally do this kind of fight that he's describing.
I'm an old man, too, son. You gonna beat the hell out of me so easy with those brass knuckles. You're so tough. So mean,
dude.
so
you
strong.
are an old man. Alex Jones, you are... Okay, like, bro. Like, Alex Jones... you cannot beat another grown man in a fight. Someone who has, when they are armed with a weapon, dog, you are an old man. Alex Jones is a fat old man, okay? Like, Destiny's a gamer nerd guy, but also we're talking about an armed assailant here, okay? Like, I don't know. This just feels so performative, dude. Like, what the fuck? Are we really at the point now where online politics is just, fucking fight me, bro. Fucking fight me with weapons in the street. Like, let's do something that even if you win, you have to go to prison for. Like, is this really where internet politics is now? Good God, dude.
Look at those eyes. Thinks he's so powerful because he has delusions of what he can do to people. He has no idea. I'm so sick of cowards playing in a man's world. Jonathan in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead.
God, I will admit, Alex Jones' like gravelly ass voice does actually help him sound more tough in a way that I think most people online just can't pull off. Even if they can back it up with action, they can't bark the same way they can bite. You know what I mean? Alex Jones can definitely bark. Hold on, who remembers? Who remembers this absolute banger? Where's the clip?
Alex Jones wants you to know.
No, come on. Where's the original video? No, come on.
I only took 2 calls last segment. Let me take more of them now. So much big stuff happening. Imagine the full... It's all here.
God damn it. Where's the original video? Come on, YouTube. Please. Please, is this it?
My superpower is being honest. I'll eat your ass. I will. See, my superpower is being honest.
Oh, okay, so we're just gonna keep getting 5-second clips. Cool, awesome. I'm sure if we just keep on clicking these results, eventually we'll get like the puzzle pieces to put the full video together. You know, good old-fashioned YouTube giving us what we want. Well, I guess we'll just have to listen to the song then, because the original video is hidden by YouTube, because we're looking for it. If you don't if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up engagement hacking. Google's getting sued for it right now. It's where they hide exactly what you're looking for. So you have to keep searching in their algorithm, their search algorithm, which provides them more ad revenue. Because you're scrolling over sponsored recommendations, and the more you like search different variations of your search, the more ads you're seeing, the more money they make. The harder they make it for you to find what you're looking for, the more money they make. It's called engagement hacking. It's part of Google's enshittification, and we're suffering from it right now. I guess we'll have to go with the song. Now, this song was made from the clip I'm trying to show you guys, but it'll do. It'll do.
Your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. Your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass.
Like, to be clear, by the way, these are the people who are claiming the left are making violent threats, pro-terrorism, constantly, you know, threatening the right, and, you know, making the right feel in danger. These are the people claiming the left needs to turn down the temperature or die right now.
My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up? I'm gonna haul him up back chain. Chop his ass up, size it up. I'm gonna haul him up back chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat.
Flat.
I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, well, I killed a cow out back, baby. You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass.
I'm sorry, but it is a banger. It is. People were mentioning, did Destiny get banned from YouTube over the, because he's been getting a lot of pressure, right? No, he's still on YouTube. I thought I'd seen something about him, like, getting penalized or something. Although, to be fair, we do have Elon Musk, as Alex Jones mentioned. Elon Musk has called for Destiny to be sent to prison. It's ironic they're focusing on him and not Hassan, though I shouldn't be surprised, because Hassan is far less of a threat to American fascism than Destiny is. And I know that many of you will not like that, but it's true. It's true. Hassan is not... Hassan's a very good entertainer for people who are left-wing, not really a person who pulls people out of the Nazi side to something a little more moderate, possibly opening them up to more left-wing ideas. Hassan doesn't really do that. He's just very much like locked in on the left-wing audience. But this, oh man, oh shit, dude. He was just on Piers Morgan. Oh yeah, that's probably why a lot of the right are focusing on him right now too.
Conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature.
The popular video game streamer known as Destiny has come under fire for inflammatory remarks made about the Charlie Kirk assassination. Destiny, whose real name is Stephen Bonnell II, streams
I'm so glad I make no inflammatory remarks and am a small streamer that does not actively have to worry right now about the federal government who, like, has a hard-on hate boner for me, potentially, like, sending the FBI after me in the middle of the night for being left-wing. This is just one of those times where I'm glad I'm a small content creator. I'm glad. I don't know if this is the kind of spotlight I want.
Fiery political debates on his website destiny.gg. This week on Piers Morgan Uncensored, he doubled down on his controversial comments.
If it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the President of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
So you won't condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk until Donald Trump says something?
Video of the appearance was reposted on X, where it racked up 5.7 million views. X owner...
The argument, as I understand it, by the way, is that Donald Trump being president and his extremely over-the-top violent rhetoric that is oftentimes just outright overtly threatening to the left, that is what set us on this path, that we are experiencing such extreme political violence because of that. And Trump's response to it being to turn up the temperature of political engagement even more, to encourage even more violence, to make the left feel even more threatened, which would arguably potentially lead to more violence like this. Like, how can you expect progressives to denounce this murder when the president doesn't really seem to give a fuck, for one. He cares more about his ballroom remodel. And then on top of that, like, he's the one who's making politics exist in this, like, state where we all, I guess, think it's acceptable to call for the death of your political opponents, or to call for your political opponent's ideology to be wiped out. And I'm not talking about, like, random posters on Twitter, right? Like, random posters on Twitter can always be retarded, and random posters on Twitter, they'll always be there. But now it is government enforced, like, you are and aren't allowed to say this or that. You know, like, the First Amendment is unironically actually under attack.
Elon Musk, who worked with President Trump on Doge, chimed in, tweeting, "I don't think this jackass should be banned, but Amazon should stop paying him to incite murder. That's insane." Separately,
Isn't that crazy, guys? I really hope that at some point Twitch stops paying Destiny. You know, like Twitch really just needs to ban that guy. Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it really be crazy if Destiny had already been banned from Twitch for like 5 years? Wouldn't that be wild? Good thing he's totally not, and hasn't been banned from Twitch for 5 years.
incitement to murder and domestic terrorism is a felony crime. For that, he should go to prison. He can resume
He shouldn't be banned, but I do think he should go to prison. You know, I'm not in favor of censorship, so his accounts shouldn't be banned on social media, but he should go to prison. This is what happens when you've brain rotted the population into believing censorship, is when people on social media get mad at you, and private social media companies ban your private social media account that you set up after signing a terms of service agreement with said private company. And censorship is not when the president has you sent to prison for saying stuff he doesn't like. Also, like, all of a sudden the right pretending as though any kind of joking about a politically motivated killing or tragedy or anything like that is off the table when they do it constantly, when it's at the, when the left is the one who's on the receiving end of it. It's always been dishonest. Remember, what's happening right now is the right are in a very, spite-based battle. What I mean by that is the right is incessantly attacking the left out of sheer spite and hatred. Like, it wants to destroy the left. Meanwhile, the left is acting mostly in self-defense at most times when engaging with the left. Sometimes the left is, having its influence on society, and the right is mostly reactionary to those things, but those things are never really an attack on the right. The right just kind of interprets it as such, or sort of performatively pretends it is, I guess. So when the right makes these absurd claims, like what we're reading here, this is not meant for other conservatives to hear and be like, yeah, true. All the other conservatives know this is bullshit. Like the line, he shouldn't be banned because I'm against free speech, but he should go to prison. And that's not anti-free speech. They know it is against the First Amendment. They've never believed the left should get the First Amendment right to say what they want to, as long as it's, within certain bounds, right? As everyone else. They've never believed in the left having the First Amendment rights. The idea of protecting free speech has always just been a tool they could weaponize to get, and this is the key thing, the normies, the centrists, the apolitical people on their side. The right is all about making their nonstop, warrantless assault on the left look like a two-sided thing. They want to make, a mugger attacking a guy walking to work look to the bystanders like it's just two drunks fighting. And both parties are at least equally culpable whenever something bad happens because of these two parties fighting, right? And so it's all a performance for the centrists, for the people in the middle who are somewhat undecided. This, we're pro-free speech, but the left has just gone too far. The left is just getting a taste of their own medicine. They need to still come off as pro-free speech to the normies, while also not giving away to the normies that it's always just been a bluff, that it's always just been a rhetorical strategy to get them on their side.
streaming when he has served his term. A few hours later, Destiny fired back with this claim: "Unreal. Elon Musk and other conservatives just got me banned from Twitch. My entire income is gone now. So much for the party of free speech.
For those that don't know, as I mentioned before, he was banned 5 years ago from Twitch. And so this tweet was pretty much a troll comment, like pretending like, oh, you guys got me. Oh, you destroyed my income. I'm ruined. And all these right-wing accounts immediately reported it as factual news. Like, it was wild. Like, every single one of them immediately posted the screenshot and said, Twitch just banned Destiny. It's like a second of Googling will show you what he was banned for, and that it was 5, almost 6 years ago. So, like, he was able to, like, send out the bait, and they all took it and reported on just an objective troll comment that was literally meant to fool them into misreporting because they don't actually have any standards for factual reporting. If you give them, a lure that looks like something that would make their side look good, they'll take it and they'll say it. Fox News even talked about that. Yeah, Fox News fell for it. Yeah, none of these outlets can do a second of Googling to confirm something that they want to report as true because it makes them look good. Very good demonstration.
However, critics quickly pointed out that the 36-year-old had already been banned from the streaming platform Twitch multiple times for hateful and incendiary language in 2018,
And not towards the right.
2020, and 2022 on a variety of hot-button issues that run the political gamut. His X handle is the Omni-Liberal, and he's endorsed several Democrats on the national stage since Trump took office. As the debate over free speech rages on in America, ever the troll, Destiny left his followers with this. For the first time in my life, I'm genuinely scared for my own health and safety. I've endured a lot online throughout.
The bait is so fucking real, bro. Holy shit. Like, I've got some, I think we all, like, maybe not we all, because I know there are still a lot of DGGers in my audience who are just like, yeah, it's cool if you're not, like, on the best terms with Destiny, I don't care. Which is something I respect. Not a lot of communities are like that, where it's like, oh, you're not cool with this creator I like? Well then, you're dead to me now. I haven't really gotten that reaction from DGG, which is nice. But, like, you gotta admit, this is some top-tier bait, even if you don't like him, right? Like, this is pretty fucking good. Like, the pretending like, oh my god, I'm so scared, this is ruining my life. Is it true Destiny's son is a graper? Yes, it is. His whole to be fair, Destiny's whole family are, like, super right-wing MAGA Nazi types. He's the only, like, liberal left-winger in his whole family. So that... I mean, it's not that crazy.
About my career, but never anything to this magnitude. After seeing the owner of this platform, several members of Congress, and other prominent media figures attacking me online, I'm worried I'm now at risk for actually developing brain cancer after witnessing how fucking stupid most of these people are.
God, dude, holy shit. Good lord. Yeah, like, listen, guys, there's so much better things to criticize Destiny for than, did you know that his son is a Nazi? It's like, yeah, his 14-year-old or whatever year old son ended up is a chud? Really? Because there's no 14-year-olds right now that are chuds and have horrific politics, particularly at this very moment in history. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, of course. Of course, it's literally the trend that if you're on the left, you should probably recognize and be actively, aware of that young people get radicalized to the right before they even discover the left. And that's a big part of why the left-wing content landscape is important. Because when those people go from being 14-year-old little edgelords to 15, 16, 17-year-old, politically curious, more skeptical, adult, matured people, that's when they start... well, questioning things, and oftentimes, or at least in the past, many have ended up discovering that much of what they've fallen for in their younger years was bullshit, and they end up being a lot more left-wing in their early adulthood. So that's just it's a very common trend. Anyway, folks, with that said, Alex Jones wants to fistfight Destiny. Elon Musk is calling for him to be arrested. And while you may not like Destiny, and that's fair, he is the largest liberal content creator in the world of, like, the streaming and online content creation. If the Trump administration goes after Destiny with legal charges for his speech, then that means we're all on the table. And not only that, but Trump has mentioned going after those who quote-unquote fund Antifa. This would imply creators who donate to and sponsor, quote-unquote, left-wing creators could themselves be gone after by the Trump administration. I imagine that's why donos have been so down lately, am I right, Chad? You know, maybe if you want to help with that, you could consider supporting the stream if you've liked it by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub to someone else on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Patreon, or buy some Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below. You can also support the stream for totally free just by dropping a like and a comment. You can do the same on my videos as well, as it really does help, and I mean it. Thank you to everybody who does that. Subscribe and ring the bell icon if you haven't already, and follow my social medias linked down below if you want to see more from me, particularly my fan Discord, as that is the main hub of my fan base and community. It's a great time over there, so I hope to see you around. So yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I hope you have a good one.